This week's daily P, 3 at Catalunya, no chicane. Chose the Porsche 911 RSR, just found it quite stable. Other cars I was spinning up the rears a bit too much even with the racing softs, so I found this one a bit easier to handle. At the first corner, just before you get to the 100 port, there's this black indicator on the left hand side. So between that and the 100, you want to start braking. By the time you get to the 100, you should be fully on the brake, start releasing around this curb and start accelerating, lift off or short shift over there, or do a combination of both. As the curb on the right hand side starts for this one, you want to just lift off and go, tap the brakes if you need to. Now as you pass that marshal box straight up ahead or the barrier that's painted orange, you want to be full throttle already. Start pushing wide. And for this corner, just as you get to this overhead bridge, as you get to it, you want to start braking, or you can use that 50 port, or as that structure starts hitting the corner of your screen. But as you get under the bridge, you should be fully on the brakes. Down into second, and then you start accelerating out as you feel it grip. Push towards the right, and just as you pass that building on the right hand side before the grandstand there, start braking down into first and accelerate out early towards the outside of the track, or shift into second if you need to, if you're spinning up too much. Now as this curb starts, that's where you're going to start braking. You can see just as the white starts, not by the red and white. Start braking down into second, you want to trail brake into it, and then as you get to this point where you can see that curb, the one on the right, you want to aim straight towards it and accelerate out of that corner. Remember to trail brake over there, release the brakes early, and you'll just understeer off and get track limit penalties. Now for this corner, just as the curb on the left is ending and you see that orange barrier on the left hand side again, just want to tap the brakes, keep it in third, avoid the sausage on the right and accelerate out, avoid track limits on the left as well, keep it on the red and white stuff. For this last corner, just as you pass that little flag indicator that's empty on the right before the 100 board, between the two of those, that's where you want to start braking, or you can use some of these divisions in the fence as an indicator, but definitely before the 100. Down into first for this one, start releasing, let it rotate, and then accelerate out. Around this curve with lift or short shift if you need to, and then as soon as you're straight, you start lifting off, get on the brakes, get it to second, and then accelerate out as early as possible. For this corner now, before the curb on the left ends, you want to angle the car like this and lift off. I was just tapping the brakes ever so slightly because I was getting more rotation with that. I was able to accelerate out earlier, so there if you need to. And then the pit lane sign on the right hand side, just as you're passing that again, tap the brakes down into third and then accelerate out of the corner. This one was good for a 40.3.